If you want to have unlimited camp resources, you are in the right place. If you follow this step-by-step guide, you will learn the fastest and most efficient ways to gain camp materials and even have unlimited supply of camp workers. So you can run all of the most expensive dispatch missions in the game and get unlimited supply of these artifacts or gold bars without stressing out of running out of resources. The key factor for us to have an unlimited amount of camp resources is having hundreds of Mecha Workers. These Mecha Workers, or the Grey Zeros, can be your main workforce instead of sending your actual Greymane workers to do the job for you. In mid to late game progress, you can only recruit 37 Greymane workers under your command, not counting the few contribution workers that you can get from factions. So it is obvious that 37 people can't handle the maintenance cost of the best dispatch missions in the game. Dispatch missions such as the Time-Worn Ruins that can give you an unlimited supply of abyss artifacts, or the Bordig Ruins that give you gold bars passively. Running these two missions without even counting the other dispatch missions is nearly impossible if you only rely on your Greymane workers, since we are talking about a massive cost of 22k weapons, 48k food, 34k stone and timber from the Time-Worn and Bordig Ruins missions alone. Not to mention that you need 20 workers to send on both missions, so that leaves you 17 Greymane workers that can only reduce the cost by a small fraction if you send them to gather resources. But if you do have Mecha Workers on your side, this is where the unlimited resources kicks in and the process will start to break, since your 37 Greymane workers will now act as a squad leader, commanding hundreds of Mecha Workers. So being able to maintain all the major dispatch missions in the game that gives you hundreds of thousands of resources is now 100% possible. But simply unlocking Mecha Workers is not enough, since these Mecha Workers also demand a lot of resources when it comes to production. And I do have a ready-made dispatch mission just for you that can produce Mecha Workers passively without the worries of running out of resources, so you will want to stay tuned for that. And for us to have that perfect dispatch mission setup, you need to know how to get your first 37 core Greymanes. So step 1 is gathering your first sets of Greymane workers, or what I call the founders. And essentially, the Ground of the Sunrise quest is your top priority. It is a must to clear all of the quests listed under the Ground of the Sunrise quest, aside from the For a Better Tomorrow quest. Ground of the Sunrise quests are straightforward objectives where Marius is your point person for the whole arc. These straightforward objectives are most of the time camp expansions and rumors that will lead you to your fellow Greymanes. The more you progress the Ground of the Sunrise quest, the more members you will have. This will allow you to start piling up your workers and eventually recruit 37 able Greymanes that can be sent to dispatch missions. Not only that, having more members will allow you to expand your camp with new features such as blacksmithing, character customization, animal and food farms, and your own food vendor, for example. If you notice that the Ground of the Sunrise quest stopped giving you new quests to progress, then it is time for you to progress the Scattered Embers quest arc. This set of quests will be your second priority, which explores the story of your comrades. Let's say you already have your mighty 37 Greymanes ready for dispatch. Our second step will require us to build the camp's capital by farming tons of silver and improving our relationships with various churches across the map. Having hundreds of thousands of silver is so easy to do in this game if you know where and how to farm. At this point in the game, a lot of you probably know the major money farming methods out there, which I'm also covering every week, so I will not be diving into it in this video. But instead, I will be linking my latest guides covering the best money farming methods in the game in the description. After getting tons of silver or gold bars, it is time to convert them to camp funds. These funds will serve as your main capital for all your future dispatch missions and church donations. To do this, head to your local bank and convert your gold bars to silver. Head to your Greymane Camp and find Carl or your Camp Provisions Keeper and select Camp Provisions. Press the square button and donate as much silver as you can and watch your camp funds skyrocket. In this example, 20k silver will be converted to a whopping 2 million camp funds. This is the main reason why you should never send your Greymanes to gather funds for you, given that it is easy to strengthen your camp funds manually. Our main capital is ready, so the next step is maximizing our relationships with the key churches in the game. And you can do this by donating money to churches and increasing your church blessing on a specific region. Church blessing starts from level 1 all the way to 100. The higher the level, of course, the better. Why do we need to level up church blessing? It is because the higher the church blessing, the more materials we can get in every dispatch mission completion. Like for example here, having a level 100 church blessing in Delicia will give me a total of 13k weapons by completing the expert equipment crafting dispatch mission. This is because of the 200% rewards increase from church conversion, while the same mission in the region of Urdaba will only give me 7k weapons because of not having church conversion rates. The difference is night and day as you can see, so it is non-negotiable to max your church blessing in each region. You can level up your church blessing by simply heading to a respective church of a certain region, which in this example is the Church of Delecia. Head inside the church and find the donation box. Then donate your camp funds, which we have millions of if you can remember. But for this example, 1 million copper has been donated to the Church of Delecia, and I increased the church blessing to level 59, and that's 23 levels increase from my previous. And ultimately, our goal for each region is of course to max all of the blessings to level 100. You can max out your Hernan's region blessing to level 100 by donating to the church in the main town or in the Church of Calfade. There are 3 churches in the town of Greymanes, and donating to one is enough. For this example, the Cathedral of Greymanes is located in the main town. And finally, the Church of Delecia can be found near the main castle of the town. Keep in mind as well that each region requires a different amount of donations to max out their blessings. The Church of Delecia requires the highest amount among the 3, while Hernan will require fewer donations to reach level 100. On the other hand, the region of Pailun and Crimson Desert doesn't have churches, so conversion in these regions will be flat 0% for now. So obviously, your main priority will be dispatch missions in Hernan, Greymanes, and Delicia if you want to get more rewards. And if you are getting value so far, subscribe to the channel. Liking the video and engaging in the comments helps me more than you can imagine. Or consider supporting us on Patreon or by becoming a channel member today, and I appreciate your support. Once every church blessing across the map has been increased to level 100, the next step is finally unlocking the Mecha Workers, and you can do so by heading to Dewhaven Keep, located in the southwestern section of Delecia. Keep in mind that you will be able to start researching in Dewhaven after reaching chapter 11 of the main story, precisely after completing the Strange Manor main mission in chapter 11. Find researcher Heinrich inside the keep, and just like that, he will request a single piece of diamond for his research to unlock the Dewhaven research permanently. And your goal here is to progress the research until you've unlocked the Chaya research. This research will allow you to send a dispatch to create Mecha Workers. Head to the middle region of Delicia near the Mount Venus area. Marnie's Mechworks is the key fortress to produce the Mecha Workers, so liberating this fortress is non-negotiable. Expect a horde of mechanical enemies and also a mini-boss at the end. After liberating Marnie's Mechworks, make sure to set your reblockade settings to stable, so your potential Mecha Workers production will not be put on hold 24/7. And for you to craft an unlimited supply of Mecha Workers without the worries of running out resources, I have prepared a perfected dispatch build for you. This setup will utilize all 37 Greymanes that we have to battle the production cost of the Mecha Workers by grinding for resources. Each Mecha Worker costs 5k weapons, 1k timber, 2k food, and 10k copper, and production takes 4 hours to make one. So in 24 hours or every single day, your 37 Greymane workers need to battle the production cost of a total of 30k weapons, 6k timber, 12k food, and 60k copper. That's crazy, Samurai! How can 37 Greymanes keep up with this ridiculous cost? Oh my dear viewer, don't underestimate our mighty Greymanes. Greymanes have been known in the world of Pywell for a reason. Our Greymane workers needs to battle a 30k weapons upkeep every 24 hours. So follow exactly what my setup looks like in here. Head to the Weapons Dispatch tab and make sure to select the Steel Pike Armory and select 10 of your esteemed Greymanes. If you want to look at the lineup, you can pause the video if you need to. And this setup will give us 13k weapons every 24 hours. Made possible by 200% church conversion, 100% skills, and 40% from comrade bonus. Select the Rustfield Scrapyard in Delecia and select 5 of your Greymanes. With 200% church conversion rates and 100% skill bonus, this dispatch will give you 7k weapons in 24 hours. Gorthak Ironworks dispatch on the other hand will give you 15k weapons in 24 hours with max bonuses applied. The Mecha Worker production will require 12k food in 24 hours, and we can easily battle this upkeep by sending 5 of your Greymane workers to the Slope Seed farm in Greymanes. With a 198% church conversion rate and 100% skill bonus, expect 12k food production in 24 hours. Not counting the huge amount of wheat that you will be getting from this mission since you can donate it back for more currency. While Mecha Workers will require 6k timbers in a 24-hour production, so send your Greymanes to Calfade Logging Camp in Hernand. This setup will give you 8k worth of timber in every 24 hours with a 200% church conversion and 100% skill bonus. And of course, our last 2 Greymanes will be assigned to craft the actual Mecha Workers every 4 hours. If you follow the exact setup that I just suggested, you will be getting 35k weapons, 8k timber, and 12k food in every 24 hours, which is more than enough to maintain the cost of the Mecha Workers every day, so Cliff can mess around in Pywell without the worry of running out of resources. And obviously, we don't have workers to farm copper for us, but since you can always gain millions in a pinch, it's not really an issue. Now you do have an option to just call it a day and watch your Mecha Workers grow steadily while you are out in the world. But if you want hundreds of Mecha Workers in the fastest time possible, using any time skip methods will do. For this example, we will be using the Nightmare on Stage time skip mission in Greymanes. Upon reaching Chapter 9, progressing House of Thorel and Azerian faction quest in Greymanes will lead you to House Marshall missions. Progressing House Marshall will lead you to the Nightmare on Stage mission, which takes place on the Circus of Greymanes. When approaching the entrance of the circus, you will be prompted with a time skip feature. Doing the skip will let you pass the time till 9:30 p.m. Then there's a bed in the tents nearby so you can sleep for 12 hours. Once you wake up around 9:30 a.m., you can approach the entrance of the circus to trigger the time skip again to 9:30 p.m. and the cycle continues. Keep in mind that in every time skip, I noticed that you will be making 1 Mecha Worker, so that's 2 per day. So you will be reaching hundreds of Mecha Workers in the fastest time possible by just passing the time. Once you've gained hundreds of Mecha Workers, you can now set a dispatch mission, pick at least 1 Greymane with the best skill suited for the job, and fill the rest of the slots with your Mecha Workers, like what I did here in Timer and Ruins dispatch mission. This will give me Abyss artifacts every 3 days without limits, since I can just easily send my other teams filled with Mecha Workers to make up for the maintenance cost of this mission. With hundreds of Mecha Workers, just imagine how much resources you can gather per day. But what if you want to know the best upgrades in mid-game that you can't afford to miss? This video will guide you on everything that you need to know. I'm Samurai, thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.